I don't usually attract drama. I'm the quiet guy who buys his groceries, minds his business, and goes home. But that day, the drama found me, wearing a leopard print jacket and a very loud voice. Yes, a full Karen. It started in the cereal aisle. I was standing there, staring at the wall of boxes, trying to decide whether I should be an adult and buy bran flakes, or pretend I'm still a kid and buy something with cartoon characters and too much sugar. As I reached for my cereal, my cart accidentally rolled a little, barely touching the leg of the woman next to me. I immediately said, "Oh, sorry about that." She looked at me like I'd just stabbed her. She gasped loudly, grabbed her leg, and said, "Ah, you hit me. You people are so careless." I blinked. "It just bumped you a little. I'm really sorry. It was an accident." She stepped closer, invading my space. "Maybe if you weren't on your phone, you'd watch where you're going." I wasn't even on my phone. I could have argued, but I didn't. I just moved my cart away and kept shopping. I wish that had been the end of it. 10 minutes later, I was checking out at the register. I'd almost forgotten about Karen. The cashier was scanning my items, and I was bagging them when I heard a familiar voice behind me. "That's him. That's the one he attacked me with his cart." I turned around. Karen was there with the store manager. "Yes," she said dramatically. "He rammed his cart into me and then started yelling. He was aggressive and threatening." I stared at her, stunned. "I never yelled at you," I said. I apologized. She pointed her finger at my face. "See, he's doing it again. He's intimidating me." The manager looked uncomfortable. "Sir," he said, "we've had a complaint. We may have to ask you to leave if I cut him off. No, you're not throwing me out because she decided to make up a story. Check your cameras." Karen stiffened. The manager hesitated. "We don't usually check the cameras," I said slowly. There was a line behind us now. People were watching. One woman spoke up. "I was in the aisle. He didn't yell. She did." Karen whipped around, shocked that someone defended me. The manager finally sighed and said, "All right, wait here, both of you." He walked away to the back office. For 3 minutes, we stood there in awkward silence. Karen glared at me like I'd ruined her day by not being a silent victim. "People like you," she said, "always think you can get away with anything." I didn't even respond. I just looked at the security camera above us and smiled. The manager came back a few minutes later. His entire attitude had changed. He walked straight up to Karen first. "Ma'am," he said, "I reviewed the footage. He didn't ram his cart into you, it lightly bumped you." He apologized. "You raised your voice and followed him through 2 aisles." Her jaw dropped. "That's not you must have watched the wrong video." "We checked the timestamp," he replied calmly. "You also falsely claimed he yelled and threatened you. The footage clearly shows that didn't happen." Karen looked around. Everyone was staring at her now. Some were smirking. Someone even whispered, "She does this every week." The manager took a breath. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store today. And I'm documenting this in our system. If this happens again, you'll be banned. She exploded. This is discrimination. I am a loyal customer. I spend hundreds of dollars here. He didn't budge. Please leave. She grabbed her half-full cart, shoved it aside, and stomped out of the store, screaming something about calling corporate and lawyers. The automatic doors closed behind her, and just like that, silence. The manager turned to me. I'm really sorry about that, sir. Your groceries are on us today. I blinked. Wait. Free. He nodded. Store policy. When a customer is falsely accused and embarrassed publicly, we try to make it right. Even the cashier smiled and said, "I'm glad you stood your ground." She's famous around here. As I walked out with 2 free bags of groceries, I glanced toward the parking lot. Karen was still there, still on her phone, still yelling at someone.